So, Chelsea have scraped away with 3 points and have come away from Watford with a 2-1 victory thanks to goal from the boy Mason Mount and the other boy Hakim Ziyech. And I've allowed myself to think and kind of the dust settle on the match and for me to do other things, honestly. But I think just in general, it was a pretty shit game. It wasn't that enjoyable to watch for a number of reasons. One, commentary, Optus Sport commentary is usually bad, and it was especially bad today. Two, Chelsea were playing poorly, and as a biased Chelsea fan, I'm not going to enjoy watching I don't enjoy soon to be relegated Watford outplaying title contenders Chelsea, so that's not fun to watch. But then also it was a very stop and start game. It, for Watford players' sake, I'll say it was a cursed game. Obviously, you had the fan who I hope, and I think from hearing he's all right now, that had to be suspended. The match had to be suspended for. But then so many injuries of players just clattering through Chelsea, like William McCong, fucking devil to society today, had his yellow card where he did a slide tackle straight through Mason Mount, not into him, through him, and then argued with the ref for the 3 minutes when Mason Mount was on the ground getting treated from his injuries because William McCong just thought, there's ball, I will go straight through the man. And then also another one that he did was Pulisic. I'll talk about the ref next, but I don't understand how someone's on a yellow card, then he's battling out with someone, an attacker on the ball, they're right next to the sideline, they've gone shoulder to shoulder, and somehow William McCong's shoulder to shoulder turned into this, where Pulisic slammed into the advertising boards on the side. And it was like the ref didn't even care. It was interesting, but yeah, the game was very stop and start, so it was like, there's no rhythm to it, it was just, yeah, it wasn't great fun to watch. And a big part of that was, as I said, the injuries, but also the ref. It felt like, more so than usual, anybody who fell on the ground was going to be given a free kick they would get the free kick. The ref was terrible. I don't usually like just bashing a ref because I understand it's a difficult job, but there was a foul like every minute. It felt like anytime someone fell on the ground, it was whistle blow, you get a free kick. Like, I remember Emmanuel Dennis, Jesus Christ, one of the worst dives I've seen in a while. Pulisic, this is like real time. Pulisic made the challenge, then he went down. Like, he made the challenge and put his foot in, and then suddenly, afterwards, after the challenge had gone through, his legs all stiffened up and he fell over, and the referee's like, again, free kick for you. It was a fat dive. But yeah, the ref gave free kicks for everything. Some positives though from the match. You obviously got the man of the moment, the man of the match, your boy Mason Mount. He was ridiculous. It was a very good player today and great to watch. And all I'm going to say is from that Manchester United game, why didn't he start? Why wasn't Mason Mount involved? I'm obviously very biased because Mason Mount's my favourite player, but it seems so often that he's the difference maker for us. And although I hope that as Lukaku's becoming more, getting more fit, I don't know, as he comes back into the starting lineup, he can also be that difference maker, but so many times, even this season so far, we've had to rely on Mount, and he showed up again. Another positive who I think it was more of a pleasant surprise and a relief was Aspi. I thought Aspi was very decent today. He was very good. Defending of always is Mr. Consistent, but even his forward play, his attacking, although he didn't have like, I don't even think he crossed once or anything, but still he played lots of good balls going forward, made some runs. I think I was very happy with him. Don't know why it was substituted off, but on the substitutions, Thomas Tuchel, thank God, he made good substitutions, changed the system. I mean, you expect that from him, but he made it early. He made early substitutions, so the subs actually had time to do the work. Like, it was good. Usually he waits until fucking the 86th minute to make a substitution. No, he made them early, and they paid off. But I mean, when we've got a lineup that when we've got an 11 that includes Romelu Lukaku, Kai Havertz, Mason Mount, Christian Pulisic, Hakim Ziyech, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, all on the field, I think you're going to be scoring goals, and we did score a goal there, and it was good, and things were comfortable because those substitutions was made early and their impact was felt, and then that goal came. Bless him. But yeah, so good on Thomas Tuchel for that. Negatives though, because this match was far from perfect. It was not good. I think in general, I'll praise Thomas Tuchel for one thing, and then critique or give my opinion on for the other way. Our normal system that we use in every game, and it was like in the first half especially, it feels like the only way for us to attack is to go out wide, and that's what Watford were doing really well. Every time we'd go out wide to either like Marcus Alonso or Pulisic or Aspi or anyone, two players were there and trapped them on the sidelines, so they couldn't do anything. Which you go, well, yeah, the Watford were pressing and defending really well there, but it's going to leave gaps elsewhere. So that's where we should have been playing more long balls, more infield play. Our attack in our normal system is very predictable, and I think that really showed today, because although we never got our rhythm and we played terribly, Chelsea played really shit today. Watford predicted everything that we were going to do and executed very well. So I just want to see more variation for our attacks going forward. Less just less of get the ball, okay, let's look wide, okay, this one didn't work, let's look that wide, okay, that didn't work, let's look that wide. Try different things. That's what I want to see. In terms of negatives for specific players, I don't want to give up on him still, but I'm yet to see Saul play a good game in a Chelsea shot. He wasn't great today, and his last Premier League start, his bad was that he gave away a lot of opportunities. He didn't there wasn't passes where he made it straight to Watford and they nearly scored from. It was just that he did nothing. In the I don't want to call in the Jorginho spot. Fuck it, we'll call it the midfield in the centre mid. He was just standing still, and I think that's why there was no outlets, especially for players. Because I remember there was Marcus Alonso and it's Marcus Alonso here, the defender's here, and Sal just stood directly behind him, just pointing to his feet oh, here, pass here, pass here. Where if he'd moved, where he'd come back a little bit, then there's a free pass there for Alonso, and pressure can be relieved, and we can go off. But he just stood there and wondered why he never got the ball. And then on defense, he was just jogging after the person with the ball. his positioning wasn't great, and he was just running, jogging. No, he wasn't running. He was jogging after the player. It was. Again, I don't want to give up on him, but he ain't played good at all. Another one, Marcus Alonso. Listen, I do not like Marcus Alonso at all because he's our left wing back that can't defend, and it came as very little surprise to me that Watford's right side, Watford's right side was their most dangerous because who's the one defending? Nobody, because Marcus Alonso is not there. All those opening chances, the one where Mendy had to, thank God we have Mendy, Mendy had to make some saves, came from, oh wait, Dennis is free because Marcus Alonso's run off and thought, hey, I'll get the ball over there, but then realised, I'm a defender. So, going forwards, I mean, already I was praying for Chilwell's health, but I'm praying even more because although yes, Marcus Alonso can provide decent a decent game, because I've seen in very small glimmers he can defend, and more effectively he can attack. But if we're going to challenge for 4 different trophies, we're screwed if we have him as our number 1 option. Next one, right behind him, Rudiger today. It felt like he got nutmegged by Dennis about like 4 or 5 times, including with the goal. Shut your legs, mate. Next one, Pulisic. He wasn't great. He wasn't great today, and I love Pulisic. He's one of my favourite players because I think he's one of the best in our squad when he's on his game. Today he wasn't on his game. He gave the ball away a lot of times. What I will say is that a couple of times he lost the ball because Marcus Alonso's like, okay, I'll pass it out wide to Pulisic whilst he's being marked by someone right on his shoulder or something. He did that like 3 or 4 times, passed it straight to Pulisic, and then he loses it, and then you look and you're like, why'd you make that pass? You could have gone infield or something. Wasn't smart. But yeah, the final thing is, I hope Chalobah is okay. I really do hope he's okay because he's been an absolute god for us, and yeah, hope it wasn't. It was just like a slight tweak, nothing more than that. But yeah, Chelsea, very lucky. Very lucky.